Hello everyone, I am TitanicSizedReviews. I review movies, shows, and video games, eventually. And today I'm reviewing Batman, The Doom That Came to Gotham. This is currently on Max, or HBO, I don't know why they changed the name, but whatever. I am going to try to avoid spoilers for this one. So this is probably going to be a shorter review because I'm not going to give away too much. I'm mostly just going to talk about the very beginning of the movie, and I'm going to tell you what characters show up in this that you will recognize. And some you won't. Or at least one you won't. Alright, so this movie starts out with Batman, Dick Grayson, and Sanjay Todd. Yes, you might be wondering who Sanjay Todd is. So, this movie is about Batman and a Lovecraftian type of experience. You know, Cthulhu, the giant octopus monster. So, things in this universe are different. It's not Jason Todd, it's Sanjay Todd. He's an Indian guy. You've also got another character, Dai Li, who's a girl who's just brand new. They made up for this movie. Shows up in the beginning as well. But you're going to have a bunch of reoccurring characters that are just kind of changed, such as Oswald Cobblepot. On their expedition into Antarctica, they find out that Oswald Cobblepot, who is a professor in this universe, is out there researching something. And he goes crazy. His crew dies. But like I said, these aren't really spoilers. You see this all in the beginning. And comes across this Cthulhu-like monster. And there's also another person who survives with Oswald Cobblepot that's part of his team. And this guy's kind of like Mr. Freeze, but he looks like Solomon Grundy. His name was Grandin. I believe he's an original character too. I admit I could just be wrong with the name. I don't know if that's actually related to Mr. Freeze or Solomon Grundy. It sounds like Grundy, right? But he has freeze powers. Very similar. That's all I'm saying. I'm not entirely sure who he is. It's whatever. So Batman discovers Grandy in a cave with no eyes, looking at this Cthulhu monster. There's some like monstrous penguins. Oswald's kind of like moldy looking. He kind of just like runs off when he sees Batman. But Batman goes in this cave, beats up these evil penguins, and Grandy takes them out and does the smart thing, blows up the cave. I was pretty happy that they made like a smart move. Normally in like a live action, for instance, people do some dumb shit. So it was nice that he didn't do anything dumb. I'm not going to go any further than this area right here. I'm just going to say that Oswald Cobblepot, who kind of just runs off, you don't really see him again. You see him like once when they show him right as they're leaving, but they never show him again. That part was kind of like, what? It was weird. He didn't die. He's still alive. He just dips to go live with mutant Cthulhu penguin things. Okay, I guess. I don't know. It's whatever. The other characters who show up in this are Alfred, obviously. You can have Lucius Fox. Blood. In case you don't know who Blood is, it isn't like Brother Blood from Teen Titans. It's Blood who has the demon Etrigan in him. If you've seen DC stuff, you probably have at least heard of Etrigan. If you know who Constantine is, Constantine and Etrigan usually go hand in hand. Constantine's not in this, but Etrigan is. You've got Oliver, aka Green Arrow. In this movie, he's kind of like Azrael, who's like a Knight Templar version of Batman. But he's also an eccentric, drunk billionaire or millionaire. I don't know. He's rich. Other than that, he's basically the same besides the Templar thing. You got Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. Langstrom, in case you don't know who that is, that's Man-Bat in most other things. He doesn't really play a big role, but they show a little bit of him, mention him a bit. You got Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, Jim Gordon. I'm not entirely sure if one of the bad guys is Killer Croc or not. He looks like Killer Croc, but he's kind of different. Again, this is like a different universe. Things are changed. Everything's not quite the same. Talia al Ghul, for instance, was a part of a cult called the Al Ghul, which has something to do with the Cthulhu monster. I'm not going to go into detail about that. Poison Ivy shows up. You got Barbara Gordon. She has like a kind of like a weird robot voice. Like if you've ever heard a smoker put one of those things up to their whole throat area and talk, hers is similar to that. I don't know why, but whatever. It is what it is. So one more thing, the Antarctica trip. After this, they decided to go back to Gotham, but they hadn't been there in 20 years. So just to keep that in mind, it's kind of relevant to the story. Like I said, I'm going to try not to spoil anything else, so I'm going to just end it here. I think it's a pretty good movie, minus maybe the Oswald thing and the lack of action. Like, there's action parts for sure, but they're all really short. Like, they're real short. I wish that they were longer. They're certainly entertaining. I think it's a decent movie. I think it's good for, an animated spin-off set in a semi-different universe. I'd recommend watching it. I think you'll like it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for what it is, a spin-off of Batman being different, changing a bunch of things. I think it does a pretty good job. Like I said, it could use more action. It's not super violent. It's PG-13. And the Oswald thing is just weird. But that's about it. If you like the video, please click subscribe. Leave a like on the video. Go watch Batman. Everybody likes Batman.